My 63 Avanti is pretty much done. I still have to put on the rubber trim around the doors yet. And my son's got about 6 more parts to edit to get me to the point you're seeing it right now. It'll be more detail about upholstering the seats and what was involved in the wheels and tires mainly. But this part is dedicated to my reference vehicle. I guess I'm no longer in need of it. I'm not a buyer-seller guy, but I don't really have a good storage for it, and I could use a building, a pole part. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this 63 Avanti. It was produced later. This is the later one, and mine was the earlier one. At this time, we're going to advertise it for $5,500. So the first person that does come with the whoever can make an offer, whoever comes with a little bit of cash to put down and make a deal, but we got to start somewhere on a number. I'm going to tell you all about it and see what you think. So first I'm going to start with just showing the car itself and some paperwork on it. And if you go through any of my past videos on how I was using for reference for mine, going through this car, the original owner, it looked like the last that was registered was Lyle Williams back in 1972. And here's some, I found these in the vehicle, what they call this, the production order. There's a copy of 4 here, and there's the number to it up there, R3956. And here's his, I don't know how, I have a copy of his original registration right there. And then it's a nice clean title for this vehicle. It's registered in my name now. So he last registered in 72, and the best I bought it from this individual in Buffalo, Steve Yurter, and that's his phone number. I bought it from him. He bought it from a George Howard. I'm assuming George Howard bought it from the Lyle Williams family. Now George Howard, he spent a lot of money. He'd having a lot of things done for this, and I'm going to show you the parts and what comes with the vehicle in time here. There's the paperwork. When I got it, I'm a fairly honest guy. I don't want to deceive anybody. I'm going to tell you all about it. Because many a time I've gone with my father to look at antique cars when I was a kid, and you go to look at them, you wonder if it's the same vehicle they had advertised. So I'm going to tell you, number one, the body on this is pretty straight. If you look in some of my past parts to restoring mine, I filmed it. So it looked like it had many of the, it had a lot of different colored primers on it. And I just wet sanded it, and I gave it a shot of primer just to kind of make it one color, make it look a little better. So I suppose anybody could strip all that off. And but looking it over, the body is in pretty straight condition. That's the plus of it. There you go. Here's the back of it. This is a little unusual, or my kid said I should say, but in the back window it has like an auxiliary fan. I'm pretty sure that was probably a rare that was ordered with this vehicle, but I don't want to take it out and put it in mine. And this one also came with a rear speaker. And when I show you all the parts, is actually Howard must have bought a brand new speaker for it, because I have a brand new speaker for it. But I don't want to cut a hole in mine. Mine didn't come with a speaker, and it didn't come with that fan. I do have, you can see in a while, I do have a brand new set of chrome or re-chromed backup lights. Here's the trunk department. This car was originally turquoise, like mine. Mine was gold, and I went with the turquoise. This was turquoise, and then somebody painted it white, so you still see some of the remnants of the white under the trunk. I just left it there. And then, of course, pictures and photos or videos always make a vehicle look nicer, but these are complete. The window, so lots of times these screws are gone. I don't know if you can get those or not. These are special screws. And okay, walking around quick, got the door propped open here. All right, there she is. Which way is my film here? Okay, just walking around a little bit. There's the emblem on the hood. Could be re-chromed. Would be might be in your best interest. Front bumper's in fairly good condition. One thing is I have noticed missing on this vehicle after inventorying things, these corner pieces are gone. The drive shaft is gone, and this left front signal is gone. The other one's still intact. I don't see that it looks like it's ever been really wrecked. It does have a little crack here. As I was saying, the body was pretty straight on it. That's the positive. The negative things, so there's a lot of positive negatives. Now the doors, I have heard where these doors really are tough to align. I probably could latch it, but I don't. I'm going to oil her up some. They are tough to adjust. Now it could have something to do with, I was saying, the hog troughs are going to crawl underneath this car. I'm going to just say Howard. I'm going to assume that he took the what was left of them out, and he has new ones for it. I'll show you in a while. Interior, I'm going to say, is fair to good. The lower carpet on the door panels are in bad shape. Dash is all nice and complete. This was an air-conditioned vehicle. I do have the air conditioning unit. You'll see it in a while. The air conditioning pump is not with the vehicle. That's gone. Seats are look fairly good. Got a rip here. And there you go. And you'll see in a while I do have the headliner to it. It's in really nice condition. So that's what the inside kind of looks like. And as I say, I'm not sure. My car, I never had my carpet out or that sill. There's how these look. Whether they've altered something there or not, I don't know. And the doors may very well have something to do with the... She appears to be sturdy and everything. But whether it has anything to do with the hog's troughs or not, I'm not sure. And here, what do we got? 80,013 miles. There. Visors and the switches are here. Up above, all the knobs are there. Excuse me, one I have to put on down there. I have it. But I got to get it out and I should put it back on. So it's pretty much complete interior-wise. Oh, electric windows. Mine didn't come with electric windows. Now, some purists would want to switch theirs all over, but I'm keeping mine the way it is. I'd rather have cranked down anyhow. But I think that, I don't know, in later 63, I don't know if the early 63s, were they, was that an option to have electric windows and that fan in the back window and the rear speaker? I don't know, but mine doesn't have them. Something I noticed in all this is, so later, I did read that this is one of the first vehicles, American-made vehicles, that was noted for a recall, which isn't something to be proud of, but it was, I guess it was the mirror. I heard they had a recall, and you can come back and have the mirror taken off and raised up higher in the windshield. And I see this one's still low, just like mine is. So maybe the person just never went back and was happy with it. You can see I haven't had a real issue with it. And I'd rather have it down lower. I think it's a little more sporty. Kind of reminds me of my Bug-Eye Sprites have the mirror down low near the dash. Okay, let's crawl under it. No big deal. There's your gas cap area. Look, must be about a new cap for it once. Okay, let's go see a little ugly. The frame itself on these Studebakers are really heavy duty. As you know, Studebaker, they stuck with what they had for quite a while, which is good. So what can I show you down here? Got a light here. The frame is pretty solid, but let's see the light here. I took my torch and trimmed it out a little bit. See where it's gone bad there? Their frames were boxed. But it's not a big deal, or I don't think it's a big deal. You just have to get the right gauge steel and you could rebox the bottoms. The rest of the frame's all in good shape, or you know, it's not all rotted. And there's some issues here, and you'll see later he had, George ordered all new replacement parts. So, okay, same one over here. You can see where I've just trimmed it out, or it was spot welded. So anybody had to do a nice job. You have to grind that up really nice and cut a nice piece to re-weld. And also let's go into the hog trough area. Here's the other side. And here's what you got here. They're gone, or they took them out. And there again with the frame. See how I've laid along through here. I just took my torch and trimmed it out. The rest of the frame is really good. So I wouldn't say this. So this frame is salvageable. I wouldn't replace it. Now, depending on how far a person wants. If somebody wanted to, I don't know if you have to take the body off these to do those hog troughs or not. But if somebody's, if you're a handy sword or hiring somebody to weld up the frame, put the hog troughs in. Maybe you just want to wet sand the body and just repaint it and keep the body the way it is. It's up to you. Or do a total restoration. And all the rest of it's pretty good underneath. And the key's still in the ignition. Yes, original radio still with it. There's our glove compartment. See how bad that looks. Felt looks pretty nice in there, really. That's fairly good shape. This works properly, but yeah, the mirror isn't real pretty. And through the years, of mice have chewed this. I bet I actually washed this. I scrubbed this car out real good. Cleaned her up and made it more presentable. You know, little details are still there. The light, nobody's torn all that apart. Oh yeah, here's your ashtrays. Lighter's still in there. These seats aren't bolted in or anything. They're just sitting there. Here's the console. Presentable. As I say, some of the interior isn't too good right here. But you could salvage this if you just want to make a nice driver out of it. Viewed here is a first menagerie batch of parts that are included in the sale. Up there in the corner on the left, I think that would be what the pieces that you weld on the bottom of the frame. As I say, and I think Steve Yerter, the guy I bought it from, he purchased this from George Howard, this vehicle. He might be still alive, I'm not sure what the deal. I know he was Steve said George Howard had a lot of other collectible vehicles. And I have his address. He might very well have the drive shaft and a few other pieces to this, but most everything's there. Okay, but he bought a lot of new, had a lot done before the car. He did it before he had proceeded with doing the major repairs like the hog's troughs. As you can see on the left, the brand new hog's troughs. And up there, there's like the cowl goes around the fan, fairly good shape. Looks like they skim coated the backside with fiberglass. In there, you can see the front housing for the water pump. Then this side of that is the blower for the air conditioning, and then below that, the air conditioning unit. Can't think of the proper name. As I say, the compressor is not with the vehicle. And here's some more replacement parts down here. What are those, like corners or something? I'm not sure. Whatever, they go on the vehicle. Then, oh, see a little pan there? Found that of interest. Mine, it's chrome with the pan that goes underneath the intake manifold. So I thought that was odd that that was not chrome, and that was this being whether that was an accessory or not. I don't even know what that tubing is. That's something that goes underneath it that you replace. The rear brake drums, these are brand new. They were brand new in a cardboard boxes. Like this car goes by. And I could have put those on mine. Mine were in good shape, and I already reworked them, so I'm not going to use those. That horn up there. There it is, that horn. That is an original horn. That's either the left or the right, and the other one's on the vehicle. The one on the, I think that's the left one. Exhaust manifolds. Look, somebody reworked them. You can see the brass nuts on them. Threads are good. I'd have to focus right in it, but it looked like they did a repair on it. The one on the left, I don't know who the old timer repaired it, but it looked like there was some welding done on it. There's the fan, expansion tank up there, alternator, got a bracket on there, a harmonic balancer. What's way up there? Yeah, the front cover to the timing chain. What else? The oil pump or power steering pumps up there. I see the starter. There's the cam. That was looks original and hasn't been reworked. I don't know what that thing is below it. Between the cam and the lifters, whatever that thing is there. The heads, they've been all redone, all new valves and springs, and he had those done. So spent some bucks on that. And that crank, I know the tag on it, I can just see the tag from here on the end. It says George Howard's name on it, so he had that done. He's one responsible for all the work that's been done to this point. Oil pan, and there's the piece that goes for the license plate, distributor, an oil pump. That rubber thing's just a hose that goes to the breather tube to, as you see, the oil dipstick. There's a couple brackets. I think those, I should know by now. Either front or rear brackets, I forgot. And there you go. I got these back shieldings for the brakes. They're in good shape, not rusted or rotted. Torque converter. And there's the cover there. And the transmission is in the vehicle, so nobody's disrupted the transmission, and linkage is all in place. If you are looking for parts for this vehicle, John Myers, he has several Avanti parts cars. Guy's motorcycle. Very cool. All right, there's the first batch. We got another batch of parts after I'm going to show you after this. And then after that, I'm going to take you under the hood of the vehicle. That's where the block is. It's in good condition, but it hasn't been redone. You'll see that. Because I need a longer pointer, here's our second batch of parts viewing for you. Starting at the top on the left is the headliner, very good condition. And to the right, the smaller square one, that's very good condition. And then top right corner is the piece that goes over the roll bar, which is pretty good condition. Over to our left is the rear bumper. It's not in very good condition. In fact, maybe you can see my finger pointing down there. There is a hole on each side. The hardware area is still welded good, but I don't know if they're replaceable, or you could actually cut that out and weld in a piece on each end and have it re-chrome. I know that requires a lot, but it's salvageable. Over to the left in that bumper area, brackets for the rear bumper. You can see them from here. I've dealt with all those on mine. Above the bracket, then there's quite a bunch. Then above the brackets is the front center piece rubber that goes on the front bumper. And I have two of them actually. One is over to the right here also. Okay, all that brake assembly stuff inside and near the bumper to the left. All the hardware is there. I've dealt with all that. Oh my God, when I redid mine. And I did see up there, the other left, up there at the top there with the bumpers, you can make out there is a left front signal. So that's the original one. That's still there. Those two boxes up there are, one's the fuel gauge sensor, which is good. I took it out of mine only to find out and replaced mine, only to find out it was my gauge. And that other little box is a rebuild kit. And let's see. And you see one nice chrome headlight ring there. It's really good, great condition. I've only found one. And there's two brand new rubbers there for the front rings. You can't see. The one is broke. The rings, both lenses there's no lenses in this vehicle. Reproductions are 100 apiece. And let's see, starting with the front here, front left. That's for the rear bumper brackets there. Some other brand new hardware he bought to be for welding and replacing whatever they go to, I think, under the back area on the frame. The intake manifold looks pretty good. Carburetor all looks nice and complete there with all the hardware. A couple fuel pumps up there. You'll probably get a new one like I did, but there's you can see the fittings on there, original fittings. Above the intake manifold, I do view just above the carburetor there. You can see it is the heat control. And to the left of heat control, I don't have this thing to the left. I think that's something to do with air conditioning. And over the right, just a little assortment of chunks and pieces of upholstery and for patterns and whatnot. Up front here, just little square blocks there. I don't know. They're for maybe a part of for the frame, the spacers for the hogs troughs or something. Extra master cylinder. You'll probably get a new one like I did. Those some wire shrouds. They're in excellent condition. To the right of the wire shrouds, I don't want to unwrap them. They're re-chromed bumper guards for the rear. They're brand new. And the other two wrapped up, or the tail chrome tips. Mine were in really great condition, so I'm using mine, but those are re-chromed. Got an air cleaner to the right, and oh, you can't see things. There we go. Air cleaner to the left of the air cleaner is those tips, and then air cleaner, and then the shroud for over the distributor. Fair condition. And then behind, up above those, is the shrouds for over the wires down by the exhaust manifold, and above what I call the bumperettes. Looks like a cable there that for the trunk release. And to the right of that is the linkage for the carburetor. And to the right of that is another one of those rubber pieces for the center of the front bumper, which I'm saying those are like $80 a piece. I bought a new one. They're in fair condition. Okay, we got a third batch coming up. This all goes with the sale. This will be the third batch of parts that go with the sale. Just been, I don't know if I mentioned this, odd weather. This is, what is it, March, or July 1st of 23. It's a sunny but kind of hazy, weird day because of the Canadian fires. All right, a little history there. I'm going to try to start from the top, work my way down, left or right. There's a couple of pieces there on the top left. I don't have those pieces on my car, so I think there's something to do with the air conditioning. And there's a couple pieces of upholstery there to the far left. And there's an armrest, new back far left we're looking. There's something to do with the armrest. But okay, and the top there, all new pistons. And they say .010, so I guess this is a brand new one. They're 10 over. Is that what it means? There's another piece of upholstery there. To the right of the pistons are all the rods. There again, there's the top of the George Howard, who I think got it from Lyle. All right, let's see. Just assortment of stuff. The wipers, and there's some brand new chrome that were in the brand new he had done for the rear backup lights. Valve covers, re-chrome. It cost me $800 to get mine done. Or was it $6? I think it was $6. And there's a brand new speaker that he purchased for it. There's an oil filter. You can't see it, but on the other side is where it attaches to the block. And then let's see, straight up, might as well keep coming down. Speaker cover. Then below the left valve cover towards the camera is that's a brand new black vinyl for the console at the very furthest end of the console, which is okay condition on the car. Brand new gas pedal coming toward me. Just assortment of rubbers there, grommets. What are some of the things? There are fan bolts. Below speaker wires are the what were the original type grommets went to the license plate. I replaced mine. Let's see, under the right valve cover, there's one of the mounts for the transmission, and as you can see, well, there is that washer, that spacer I finally learned about the hard way. That's brand new. I end up letting Rochester and Jack Benny help me go through my I end up using my washers. I liked them; they covered a bigger surface, so I use my own washers, thick washers. And but there's a brand new spacer you have to put under the driver's side, the left side mount. I should have, and then the mount should be flipped the other way. Let's see, there's some kind of control thing there and a switch, brand new switch for the right window. Some kind of control switch. I guess that goes to the air conditioner, which I don't have. a little bit of, what are some new rubbers for the shocks or whatever, and just an assortment of stuff. And to the right of the valve cover, you'll see a couple of, those are kind of rare pieces that go down by your the foot kick panels, which are at top left there. And pieces of chrome, gaskets up there above those two pieces of chrome, starter solenoid. There's one on the car, we're going to, whatever. Up there to the right, above that pan is new front parking light lenses, rear backup light lenses, and what else is in that pile? You can just view everything. There's the dome light, one's the original one, is it, for the door dome light buttons. In the pan, just a little assortment of stuff, you know, anything I found with the vehicle I saved, any type of screws, and you know, for putting her back together. Far right are a couple more chrome pieces. They were for the sills. Over here to the far left, let's see, there's some spark plugs, big deal. Above the gas pedal, above the spark plugs to the left here is, those are brand new in the pack-up. They didn't even take them out. They for the rear axles, but I'm not going to take mine all apart just to change them. I don't even know if mine leak or not. Above that is the window washer for window washing. That long tube on the left of the window washer is push rods. I got them all in a canister I had for welding. What we got here? Far left, they're all greasy, but there's a pan bolts. Oh, and over here to the far right is all the head bolts, all in that jar there. Then, okay, back over to the far left, little battery cable, whatever. There's the original battery hold-down mounts. There's a brand new one to the right of it. And I said I ended up buying a new one for mine and finding items later. All these boxes, let's see, one was cam bearings, thermostat, what else is in there? It says oil pump gear. And there's a starter gear above those, above the left of the left valve cover, starter gear, and two of the grommets for the front bumper. Okay, pretty much got that piled down. Wiper blade, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and lastly, oh, and over here on the far left also, he had a brand new for the mirror. The bag to the left is the oil pan bolts, and right to the right is the rear view mirror attachment, we'll call it. And oh, and to the right of that, brand new license plate light. So he bought had a lot of stuff re-chrome, and bought a lot of new things, but it looked like he had the body just about straight on it. Then I'm not sure if he is deceased or not. Again, if I mentioned that. But I do know the drive shaft is missing, and the front bumper corners are missing. But boy, most everything, luckily the dash, all that's pretty complete. We're going to go under the hood, and that'll be the last of this. I believe this will be the original window washer bag on the left that came with the later model 63. The one on the right is one that was with my vehicle. So just a little tidbit. I wonder whether they changed the style of these within 1 year, and what's the reasoning behind that. But that goes with the vehicle. Original, I'm sure you can get brand new ones, all get new reproductions, but I like sticking with original stuff. Okay, here we go. Block is in place just to store it there, but the cylinders are in pretty nice shape. I hardly even feel a ridge. It supposedly has 80,000 on it, which I believe to be true. This era of manufacturing, a lot of vehicles, about 80, 90,000 needed a rebuild in the 60s, no matter what model they are. Okay, the hood latch stuff is in place. See, the harness is pretty nice shape yet. Pretty complete. I'm pretty sure that radiator is Recor. Mine cost me like $800 before I found out you can get them a little better through suppliers. And that was in place just like that. And I'm pretty sure it's a new. And I guess, did I take it down underneath here where the... There's your tag on the frame coming up. You can make it out from here. $39.56. Original dipstick, still got that ugly yellow on it. Bottom side of the hood. You went to hardware and got some of the proper Phillips head 1/4-inch machine screws, and I did take all this off and just to get some primer on her. As I'm saying, the wires are all pretty much there. Hood latch. On the hood latch, I put these bolts in so it wouldn't latch on me. Okay, that's it for under the hood. I don't think I missed anything. And there again, if someone makes a deal with me on the purchase of this vehicle, bring a little money down, and then come back later for the rest of whatever agreed upon price. And I consider myself the nicest guy I know. If anybody wants to, I'll help guide somebody through the restoration if that's what they're into. I'll answer whatever questions I can because I've been down this road. And they're good. The brake booster. I know I had mine rebuilt. You got to give them some in your old core. And get pricey restoring vehicles. I think that just about completes my sale video of my reference Avanti. It's been quite a automotive restoration journey, but a little last goodbye to Steve Yurter, I bought the car from, who got it from George Howard, who I think got it from Lyle Williams. The most important. Gee, I better get this bedspread back in on Dumbass Junior's bed before he misses it.